Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Sunny day out. I don't see a cloud in the sky right now, so it looks like it's going to be a good day. Morning, Denny. I see Denny's on this morning. I hope you hear me all right. Yesterday, Denny said he had a little trouble getting on this feed. I don't know. Sometimes things get messed up, so anytime anybody's have trouble getting on feed, go ahead and give me a note, and I'll see what I can do about it. But sometimes it's just the internet. The internet is a screwy place. So you never know what it's going to do or not do. Sometimes YouTube does funny things, and I think they're changing things around sometimes, and it kind of puts things in a upstream there. So there's Ron. Ron's on this morning. Is he Ron and Denny's on here this morning? So we're getting our regular crew on. That's a good thing. On. Hey Google. Good morning.
Hi, Lucky Dog. The time is 8 a.m. Right now in DeLand it's 75 and mostly sunny. Today, there'll be scattered thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 89 and a low of 72. Have a good one.
Hey Google, what's the temperature in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska?
In Prudhoe Bay right now, it's 32.
32. It's freezing up there. Here we are, the middle of June, and Prudhoe Bay is still freezing. Hey Google, what's the temperature in Worcester, Ohio?
The temperature in Worcester right now is 63.
63. And what's the temperature? Hey Google, what's the temperature in Loris, South Carolina?
The temperature in Loris right now is 75.
Yeah, I think we got everybody covered now. I thought I'd just run through it and just see what we got. Hey Google, tell us a joke.
How do you get over a fear of elevators? Just take some steps to avoid them.
Yeah, just take the steps, that'll do it. Oh, well, so yesterday it was nice until, when did it start raining? About the middle of the afternoon?
Yeah, it rained and then thundered off and on.
Yeah, it was, we had a lot of thunder and lightning, all the way through the...
Yeah, what time I took Abby out? About 6, I think.
Yeah, oh, there's Tammy. Good morning, Tammy. How you done this morning? Good to see you.
That's the temperature in St. Louis.
St. Louis. Hey, Google, what's the temperature in St. Louis, Missouri?
In St. Louis right now, it's 72.
72.
There is currently an excessive heat warning in effect.
Oh, you got a heat warning in Missouri, huh? So you guys going to have a warm day. I don't know, I think we made it to 91 yesterday.
Yep.
Wasn't bad. Anything mid-lower 90s ain't too bad. So anyways, I said we had thunder, and yesterday, it was about a lot of lightning and stuff. I think it was like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sue takes the dogs out and sitting out there, and I'm looking at the skies and hear it rumbling, and it's like, so I went up there. Hey, why don't you come in the house? It's like when Florida weather is like the graphic I had up here. Sometimes it can be sunny in your front yard and raining and storming in your backyard.
I've seen that.
I've seen that many times,
What about the 3 that got hit? You going to talk about that in New Smyrna Beach?
Yeah, there was 3 people in New Smyrna Beach that I don't think got hit by lightning. There was lightning there. They took 3 people to the hospital there, from lightning storms. So, Florida gets some pretty awesome lightnings, and it'll you got to be careful when you're out. I remember years ago you used to have the swimming pool up, and I don't know why when a lightning storm come up, if you was in the pool, I don't know why that water always felt so good. You didn't want to really get out. I think it's the electrons or something in the air.
Probably.
So, you sit in there and you're like, man, I hear thunder off in the background, and lightning's pretty serious in Florida. It's serious everywhere.
As soon as we heard rumblings, thunder, we made everybody get out of the pool. Because it can strike you from miles off.
Yeah, it can. Ron said he had about 3 inches with lightning up there, too. So, hey, it's summertime, that's what we get all over the country. You get lightning storms and rain, and so it's just the way it is. But I kind of enjoy lightning storms. I mean, Abby, she gets a barking. She don't like to hear the banging of the lightning. It scares her and that. But I like them. I mean, you have to be careful with them. Yeah, they can hit you, kill you, just like that, bam,
My son's been struck by lightning 3 times.
3 times. So,
3 times.
well, Tammy said we had that storm around 6 last night. So, so she got some storming up there too. So it's across the country. It's just kind of way the summertime rolls on, you know, storms and stuff. She says, I love it as long as there's no tornadoes. Yeah, you know, tornadoes are scary. They pop out of nowhere. You know, it's like, unlike a hurricane. Hurricane, we know they're coming. They can be pretty destructive, and we have an idea where they're coming. The last year when Irma came through here, they had that dumb thing forecast all over the place, and they had it going east, they had it going west, and somewhere along, I have a picture. It came right over top of us. Right, the eye of us went right over top of our town here, and so it
wasn't supposed to hit here.
It wasn't supposed to hit here. We're supposed to maybe get a little skirts of it, but we got bam right on it. So we have one tree in the front. We're going to try to get some estimates about having either trimmed or taken down. That's the only tree left that I would think maybe would. I know it would hit the house. We had one here, and the last one hit the neighbor's house. It was my tree. Lucky, didn't do no damage. That's hard to believe, but it didn't. So anyways, we're maybe going to get some estimates and see if we can have that either trimmed up or taken down, so we don't have to worry about that tree on it. So either way, hey, I don't know if y'all saw. I seen it was. I'm surprised it made the national news, but roller coaster over here in Daytona Beach derailed yesterday and went off, and they I think 34 feet, 2 people fell off of this roller coaster, and this is right on the beach right there on the boardwalk, if you want to call it a boardwalk. That's what they call. And it was funny, I talked to Howie Rowe. He has a RV channel that he's traveling. He's out in California, but I was chatting with him, and we were happening to be talking about Daytona. He used to come to Daytona, show his motorcycles and that back like in 2002 up to 12, and we were just talking about some local places. But at the same time, got this notice, this roller coaster went off, and then I turned on the national news. It made the national news, you know. I think, what is it, said like 6 people are still in the hospital.
I think so, yeah.
Had 10 people.
Luckily, nobody was killed.
I don't think nobody was killed, you know.
Couple fell out.
30-some feet, mighty high ways to fall, you know. But anyway, they had that on the national news, and so that roller coaster's been here, like, I think they said 2011 or 12, probably 12.
But it was like 38 years old, 35 years old when they put it in, so it was an old coaster when they put it in. Yeah, so I mean, it's not a new one. It was an old one. They supposedly went all over it and that. So he says, I don't trust those rides anymore, especially carnivals. They get put up and down so much all the time. Yeah, the carnival rides are supposedly inspected, but you know, they take them up, put them down, take them up, put them down, and you know, and maintenance on them. They're mechanical. Any of these rides you go on, they are a mechanical ride, and they things break. You know? At the State Fair, Ohio State Fair last year, wasn't someone killed on one of those scrambler rides or something? Yeah, I believe so. There was one killed there. I think it was a scrambler. Ohio State Fair. On things that she prays for all, and we all do. We pray for the injured, so hopefully everybody's doing okay out of that. But like I said, I know this morning they said there was still 6 in the hospital. The fire department took their big ladder things and went up there and got them down and that. So stuff happens all in. Well, you know, they just opened that what's that big swing over in Orlando? I forget what they call it now. Yeah. And I think it goes 450 foot in the air. You set in this little swing on a chain, you know. You have this little bar in front of it. They do have a seatbelt goes around you. That thing takes you up like 450 feet. It's a long way. I fly my drone under 400 feet. When it's up there at 400 feet, you can barely see it. That's how tall that dumb thing is. And but anyways, they get in that thing. I mean, if a chain breaker you fell that, you would just be a splat on the pavement, you know. And then they have the roller coaster. All those rides and stuff are subject to breakdown and failures, and people have and do get hurt on them, you know. So it's you know, it's something to think about when you're going on any one of those rides. It's a risk, you know. But what's life without a risk, you know? You know, I always think they talk about daredevils. They says, you know, when you drive a car down the street, down the road,
you're actually a daredevil on a 2-lane road. You're going 60, 65 mile an hour, and you pass the car coming in front of you within a foot of each other or more, or less, and so, it is a daredevil. Ron says you didn't hear of problems when we were young. I don't remember that so much, that the amusement rides had so many problems when we were young.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Maybe it's just that it was so hard to spread the news around.
Well, news didn't travel as easily as it.
Things didn't make it immediate. News wasn't immediate like that.
Yeah, news is within seconds anymore. He says, I jumped out of an airplane once, and that was about as crazy as I'm going to get, I hope, Hey, talk about airplanes. See, where we live, Tammy, skydive to land. It's one of the largest parachuting places in the world, and it's just it's probably a quarter of a mile just on the other side of the road from where we live. We watch them every day. They start about 8 o'clock around this time. They start jumping, and they'll jump till dark every day. Thousands and thousands of jumps every year. And, once in a while one will happen. Generally, most of the time where they get hurt, they do this little swoopy thing. And they misjudge it and slam into the ground on it. But, and occasionally we'll have one shoot one open, and we get probably at least once a year a fatality. But there's thousands and thousands on it. And he said, you're so true. You never know when something's going to be on the phone. Yeah, that's right. Anything that happens, it's quick, pops up on your phone, and things almost instantaneously anymore on it.
Texting, too. Use danger while you're driving.
Yeah, texting and driving.
Well, we think that's what happened with the person that hit that motorcycle did.
Yeah, and I've never heard any more about it. When over here by our flying field last week, somebody went left of center and smacked a motorcycle head on and killed him. And I imagine it was texting. Ron said, is the news or the operator these days? Is it the news or the operator? Yeah, I'm not sure. The news or the operator. Anyways, besides that, hey, did you ever get irritated at your neighbor? I bet you all have too. I wish I lived way out where nobody was around, because I don't have to have neighbors right next door to me, But here's a little thing that you can do. Get yourself some shrubs and plant a shrub, and you can point this right over to your neighbor. And this, I don't know if it'll help him out or anything, but it's just a nice little gesture that you can moon your neighbor. Sometimes you feel like it. Our neighbor next door has a light. He leaves it on all night. It's right beside our bedroom window, and we have this beautiful, nice light coming through. And because he's too stupid to shut the thing off, and I would like to put one of those pointing towards him. Anyways, that would be fun. And Ron says neighbors bother him every day. But Tammy says the plane I jumped out of flipped on landing 2 weeks later and was totaled. Oh my gosh. And that happens, we get those right here at the airport. I say we're right next door to the airport, and they'll get hard landings. A plane will flip over, and most of the time those are pretty. It's me life. Yeah, Ron. I know Ron would moon them. I know that for sure. Tammy says I used to have a stick shift and put it in neutral and coast into my driveway, just to know when here we come home. Yeah, I remember doing that. That was a nice thing about stick shift. You could just throw it up in neutral, and you could actually time it. You just shut the motor off and just roll right in.
You do that with the Prius now. Silent.
Well, yeah, Prius electric cars, they're pretty quiet now. That you probably couldn't hear them coming in. So it's so. Anyways, that'd be a fun way. It's like it'd take a while for that topiary to grow to moon your neighbor, but it'd be fun.
We got those darn 3 dogs that are.
They've been better. I think they've been better recently.
They don't bark as much.
Well, the reason that is because we have the doors closed up and AC on. When the doors open, you can hear them bark more. I think that's a lot of the reason you don't hear them as much. But they're abusive to their dogs. They let them outside all the time in the heat and the rain, and these people aren't real bright. I hope they're watching. You know, wise up.
That'd be nice.
It'd be nice. It's an easy way to say, hey neighbor, you know, get your shit together. Hey, you know, a lot of people are traveling in their RVs right now, and this guy here says we've got a couple 100 miles of open road ahead of us, and old cruise control is set at a snappy 35 mile an hour. And he says, hey, what do you know? It looks like we have ourselves a convoy. And all these cars behind him beeping. And I think 35 is a little bit on the slow side. But, you know, you can go 70, 80 mile an hour, and you still get cars right on your ass like that. Doesn't matter how fast you go. So I guess it doesn't matter if he's going 35 or 75. Somebody's still going to be climbing on your ass. But I've seen that. And, you know, something, cool it. Big deal. What's your big hurry? You know, life goes on. That's like, you're going to go flying around this guy in this motorhome, and you're going to pull up the next light, and he's going to be right behind you because it doesn't matter. You know, it's going to only, you're not going to save that much. A little faster than 35, okay? I thought that was a cute little cartoon. You know, it's out here in our Winnebago, here we going. A lot of campers out on the road now. That's heading out on holidays and vacations and trips and having fun. We're going to take the Roadtrek out tomorrow. Go out to the flying field, and hopefully it's dried up some. We went out last Saturday. It was full of water. So I'm going to give it a try this Saturday. And, you know, that's... Tammy says, thanks, now I have that song stuck in my head all day. Which song's that one?
Convoy.
Oh, Convoy, yeah, we got ourselves a Convoy. Yeah, we're good, buddy. That was an old one back in the CB days, you know. Ron says, set the cruise control and go back and make yourself a sandwich. There you go. That's the way to do it. Just, you know, get your RV there, put it on, yeah, you know, you can put it on, say, 55 mile an hour. That's not bad. If somebody's going 55, that's good enough, you know. And, yeah, run back there, go to the bathroom, make a sandwich, you know, just ride, hang out, you know. It'd be nice if they had vehicles set up that way. You know, I've always thought about this. You know, if everybody, and they won't, but if everybody was to drive certain speed limit, and you get no closer than somebody than one car length per 10 mile an hour. So if everybody's going even 80 mile an hour, and there was a way you could only maintain 8 car lengths at 80 mile an hour, you'd have a proper distance from each other. Everybody going the exact same speed. You could go 100 mile an hour if everybody was staying the distance between it, and it wouldn't matter, you know. But the biggest issues on the road, one person naturally is going to be going the speed limit, 55, 65, and the next idiot is going 80. And they are the problem, because if everybody if everybody just drive the speed limit and stay right on it, there'd be no problem, be no issues. Everybody would get there probably the same time, because then you wouldn't be blocking each other. Everybody would just be flowing nicely, you know. And I've always thought about that when they drive, you know. And he says, someday we will all have something like that. Yeah.
Well, those automated cars.
An automated car, yeah.
They're all automated.
Yeah, and everybody be automated. But, you know, I've always thought about that. You know, that would be a perfect way for travel and to be safe in that. You could I don't feel safe going down to the corner store anymore, you know, because there's always somebody riding your ass, somebody cutting you off, I mean, it's just, but if everybody would drive sensibly, driving would just be almost a pleasure. You could just sit back and enjoy the drive, and, you know, and basically...
You said about the drone cars are coming too.
Well, and I believe that sooner or later the drone cars will be in, where they're autonomous, and, you know, they hit a point and they go. You get in a car. It's going to happen if the world's around here long enough, and it won't be that long that I think this would happen. But it'd be just a perfect situation, you know. You want to go somewhere, and you program, we're going down here to the Walmart, you know, and you get in there, and you don't have to do nothing, and it lands, and you get in Walmart, and you leave, and go back home, and it'd be great, you know. Get rid of all the hotheads on the road. So, yeah, some idiot with road rage. There's always some idiot out there with road rage. It's just, it never fails. Never fails. It's like, people calm down, you know. Respect. That's the whole issue, respect. I talk about this often, but It's just about the respect, you know. I wouldn't want to. I watch a lot of traveling shows and watch them travel all across the country. I have no interest in traveling across the country because it is so extremely stressful. I wouldn't enjoy it. I would be so stressed out. I wouldn't even want to be out there on the road at all. So it's just kind of ruined in that respect on it. But hey, we got YouTube. I watch these videos. I can go anywhere where I want. Right now, if I want to go to Paris, I can click up a video and go to Paris, you know. So I don't have to take the effort and time and money to travel. Somebody's already done that for me.
No, I like it if you don't have a timetable. You know, when we drove, my sister and I drove cross country to pick up on my cousin that flew in on 9/11, Kimberly. She was one of the last planes to land at LAX airport on 9/11, and my sister and I drove cross country. She's supposed to fly to Ohio the next day, but all planes were grounded. So my sister and I got in the car and we drove straight across, non-stop, to pick her up. That was stressful.
That was very stressful.
But we had fun, of course.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It wouldn't have been stressful if we had our time. We could just take our time.
Still would have been stressful.
No agenda. That's the way to travel.
Still would have been stressful because you have the road rage idiot out there harassing you. So no matter how slow you go, it's still stressful. You know, it's like same as I saw something like that in Japan. It was like setting in the wheel, and it was computerized. Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, you just sit back there. Ron says make signs for the speed limit that won't let your car go any faster. That's a great idea.
That is a good idea.
You know, no, Tam said it hovered. You know, and but yeah, that would be a good idea. The signs have a thing that eradicated your car. If it says 55, that's all the faster it will allow your car to go. And also, they have sensors in your car that it senses whatever speed you're going. The car behind you could not get any closer than, say, 1 car length per 10 mile an hour. And so he can't get up on your butt, and you couldn't get up on the other guy's butt, and it would have worked out good. And we have sensors on cars, you know. So, anyways, I just hate to travel, you know, period. Unless it was safe and relaxing, but that's not the truth. Anyways, hey, we're going to get out of here. This is Friday. Tomorrow we're going to run out to the flying field in the morning, so I'll see if I can try and do a live stream from out there, see how it goes. The weather looks good. It's supposed to have some thunderstorms. We have that every day, so I'm hoping our fields dry up. I can do a little flying. So everybody out there have a good Friday. Good to see everybody aboard. Good to see Tammy and Denny and Ron and Sue's here, and anyone else that's off on the side there. Good to see you on there. And so, Sue said, or Tammy said she has a good time when she gets with her sister. That's cool. Me and Sue have a good time. Anyways, we'll see everybody again tomorrow. Enjoy your Friday, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning.